Jay Jones now issuing an apology of sorts after a series of violent, inflammatory messages sent 3 years ago have now resurfaced, suggesting political violence against one of the state's top Republicans. That'd be the former State House Speaker Todd Gilbert and 2 of his children.
One text from Jones to a colleague reading in part, quote, 3 people, 2 bullets, Gilbert, Hitler, and Pol Pot. Gilbert gets 2 bullets to the head. Virginia's Governor Glenn Youngkin reacted earlier.
This is demented. And here we have the Democrat candidate running for Attorney General, the top cop in Virginia, wishing not only that he had 2 bullets to put in a guy's head, but then he wishes death on his children. They have got to call for this guy to resign, step down, get out of this race in disgrace, because this is beyond disqualifying.
Now, in moments, Virginia Attorney General Jason Miyares trying to keep his office. We'll talk to him, but let's start at the White House with Mark Meredith again this hour. Hey, Mark, hello.
Bill, good morning once again. Early voting is already underway across Virginia, but this latest scandal involving political threats could completely reshape the race. As you mentioned, the president is calling for Virginia's Democratic Attorney General nominee to quit this contest, and today there are questions if other Democrats will support those calls. Jay Jones is running to be Virginia's Attorney General. He's challenging incumbent Republican Jason Miyares. In 2022, Jones texted another lawmaker that he would love to hypothetically shoot a Virginia Republican leader twice. In a statement issued Friday, Jones tried to clean up his comments, writing, "I take full responsibility for my actions, and I want to issue my deepest apology to Speaker Gilbert and his family. Reading back those words made me sick to my stomach. I am embarrassed, ashamed, and sorry." But the fallout is still happening, and it could have a huge impact on the state's ongoing gubernatorial race. Winsome Earl-Sears is running as the Republican against former Democratic Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger. Over the weekend, Earl-Sears urged voters to see this as a much bigger issue.
I am not saying Democrat leaders are committing violence. I'm saying this: the leadership of the Democrat Party is inciting violence as a strategy to win power.
As I mentioned, the president reacting to this in real time, saying Democrat Jay Jones should drop out of the race immediately, and the people of Virginia must continue to have a great attorney general the way of Jason Miyares, who, by the way, has my complete and total endorsement. There's no indication yet that Jones would drop out of the race. As I mentioned, we are getting close to Election Day, less than a month out. Early voting is underway, but this is a question that will continue to rock this election across the Commonwealth, especially after Charlie Kirk's assassination just a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Got it. Thanks, Mark. 6 weeks of early voting. A lot. Thank you.
More on this with Virginia Attorney General Jason Miyares. So you're in a re-election battle. Jay Jones is your opponent. Based on your experience, having been in this office for a while, do you believe that Jay Jones, even after he apologized, would he actually have the temperament needed to be in that job?
Listen, my job as the Attorney General, as a top prosecutor in the state of Virginia, your job is to stop violence. I can't imagine somebody running for this office that has advocated for violence, not just against a colleague, somebody he has worked with, but against children. He literally, in the text messages that have been posted online, when he was called out for his rhetoric, he actually, instead of apologizing, doubled down. And when he said, "You literally want Jennifer Gilbert's children to die in her arms," he said yes. That only through pain does change happen. Think about that mindset. Politics aside, that is an incredibly dark place you have to be coming from to wish the death of small children, by the way, that he has met. They have been to the Capitol before. We all know, we serve each other, we know each other's children. I can't imagine the mindset that is there. And he previously, what set this off is he was angry that Republicans had said nice words about a Democratic colleague at a funeral, that someone that had passed. He said he wanted to piss on their graves. This is not the temperament of somebody that should be running for Attorney General. So I don't view this as a right versus left issue. This is a right versus wrong issue. This is really a question for Virginia of what kind of Virginia we get to expect of our leaders, because this is the most basic test of civility and decency, and he has failed this. So I think his apology is fake, because he was called out at the time when he texted this to a colleague. He said this is not appropriate, and he doubled down on it. He is apologizing. He's trying to save his political career because he's a politician. He's not a prosecutor. Because I can tell you right now, Dana, I've met with victims. As a prosecutor, I've actually had to sit through the autopsy of a minor child that died of a gunshot wound. I can't imagine, if you meet with a mother that has lost a child, I will tell you this, there is no cry like the cry of a mother that has lost their child. None. And to so callously advocate this, to murder children of a political rival, means he is wholly disqualified for this office. Because when I took this office, I swore an oath not to a political party, but to protect all Virginians, Republicans, Democrats, and independents. I cannot imagine somebody seeking this office and the responsibilities that come to this office, being the top prosecutor, that A, has never prosecuted a case in his life, clearly has never met with victims, and then advocating for the death of children. He's solely disqualified, in my opinion, of serving as the Attorney General of Virginia, and I think the voters are going to disqualify him as well.
I don't know this answer, so I'll ask you. Has he apologized to Todd Gilbert directly and his family? Has he called them?
He claimed when this first broke out, when the messages first broke, he said he was sorry for some inappropriate texts, and then he simply tried to attack me, saying that this was somehow a smear campaign. But he admits it. These are his texts. He's admitted he sent them. He claims he has tried to reach out to Todd several hours after the fact. He tried to do damage control. But again, that's why I think this is fake. He was called out contemporaneously when it happened by a colleague, and that's when he doubled down. That's when he doubled down and advocated for the death of small children. I can't fathom that. I can't fathom somebody that is seeking this office with that worldview. To give you an example, Bill, I have a sign outside of my office in Richmond that I see every day when I go into work at the Attorney General's office. It's a quote from Thomas Jefferson. It says, "I have never found a difference of opinion in politics, philosophy, or religion for cause to withdraw from a friend." It reminds me that we have so much more that unites us than divides us. And politics should never even have you withdraw from a friendship. I can't imagine viewing politics as a justification for murdering children. And so I think this is one of the moral tests of our time. What are our politics going to look like forward? Not just for Virginia, for nationwide. I think this is a real inflection point, a time of choosing for us. Do you want an Attorney General that my attitude has been, I protect all Virginians? When I've met with victims, I have never once met with the victims and asked them whether they voted for me. Not once. Never once asked them what their political persuasion is. Because my job is they are somebody beautifully and wonderfully made in the image of their creator. My job is to be their protector. I say the Attorney General is the people's protector. Not protector of a political party, the people's protector. That's my vision as Attorney General. That's the oath I took. That's what I do every day as the Attorney General's top prosecutor.
All right. Attorney General Jason Miyares, and the story is not over. More to come. Thank you for being on our show today.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.